Is she loading? She's loading. Okay, welcome. Build with Beast. So you guys all have your marching orders and such. And although we are in a group, we're a group of 15 strong. Woo, woo, woo. Thank you guys for trusting me with your fitness in this journey. Everything is individualized pretty much to you, okay? We've all got a combination of the same workouts. Some things might be changed within them based on your goals and such, but we're all getting after this together, okay? So that is me with and without clothing on. And we are going to be the next 8 weeks building your dream body. Now, your dream body is not going to be built in 8 weeks. However, we're making those steps every single day so that you are building your muscle mass, okay? Building that lean mass that gets you your dream body. So, what are we going to be talking about today? I have some mindset things to go over, some shifts, and what you need to kind of get the mind right in this, okay? Diet. What should your diet consist of? We're going to talk about intra workout carbs and some supplements. Not too crazy on the supplements, but I've already told a few of you I want you drinking intra workout carbs for your goals, okay? What to expect in these 8 weeks, your 3 goal lifts, which I'm super excited to get into, the habits you need to focus on, and how hard are you training, okay? So let's get into it. The mindset shift, okay? Mindset is everything. So a few of you guys and just a lot of women in general have fear about increasing calories. They get scared sometimes when you pull your calories up because you want to do this phase, right? You want to build muscle, you want to maintain. um your clothes might fit a little bit tight, the scale goes up a little bit. Oh, then it's time to drop back down, right? It gets scary. That's where I'm there to help coach you through, but also having the mindset of there is strength and power that comes from increasing your calories, okay, for this long term goal, okay, because it's not a short term fulfilling goal. It's going to be like a long term situation that we're increasing calories for and building your dream body. Okay. Understanding the need for calories for growth, for your energy in your workouts, because your workouts should be intense. And of course, building strength, because when we build strength, we are building muscle. Okay. I like to use the analogy you can't build a beautiful house on limited material or resources. You want a mansion, but you've got a 1 bedroom plywood, like enough plywood for a 1 bedroom. It's not going to happen. Okay. Your body's kind of the same. Constantly restricting your calories will limit you from your potential to grow muscle. It limits you from really changing your body. So, understanding that calories are what's going to build your house is your body. Calories are going to help build you. Of course, some body fat comes in the way, but once you are ready for a diet phase, you can strip that off and you have muscle lying underneath. This is my client right here, Kristen. We went through a build phase after her prep. Granted, her build was probably 5 months long. We stripped down in a 6 week mini cut, and this is her currently. She's maintaining this physique on the right. And you can see her muscles are popping out. Obviously, she is a bodybuilder, so this is for the figure category. But she took the time to build, didn't mind the scale increase. This was about a 10-pound difference. And then we peeled back, and she had some new muscle mass that she laid down and grew. Okay. So this is kind of what I want to tell and show every woman, that it's a process. It's just like diet has its phases, this has its own phase too. Okay. And a lot of you have already made some great transformations based on your progress photos. Amazing starting points. So I'm so excited to see where this really lands us. Okay. So what should we be eating? Um, it's going to be a lot simpler than you think. Okay. You should be eating basically what you're eating now. Hopefully, it's not in like the asshole-ish realm, right? Um, but more protein, more carbs, and more fats, okay, than what you're eating. It would be the same diet as if you were in a diet phase, right? That same food, just more of it. So, more protein, your chicken, turkey, beef, fish, anything of that. More carbs, more fats. And I would like you guys to place more carbs around your training. So that's going to be a very helpful piece in growing muscle. More carbs around training. So, what that means is in your post workout meal to aid in the recovery process, you should have between 40 to 60 grams of carbs in that meal after your workout. Okay. When you work out, you are burning carbs. That's your body's number one fuel source when you have an intense workout. So, we want to replenish those stores and have some carbs in that post workout meal. And I'm sure you've heard that if you don't eat like 2 hours before, or I'm sorry, 2 hours after training, you're going to be losing muscle. You're cutting into the muscle. You need to feed your muscle immediately after workouts. That is not true. You can eat 3 to 4 hours after you weight train and you're good. Okay. I don't recommend going that long and you're probably going to be hungry by that time. However, you don't need to like run home because you have to eat or else you're going to go catabolic or something. It's just not, it's just not true. Okay, so intra workout carbs. I've told a few of you about this, and I think it's beneficial for everyone to utilize in this phase 100%. So, what are intra workout carbs? Intra workout quite literally means during your workout. Okay, so this is done drinking carbs during your workout. It'll provide you with energy supply for your workout, reduces your fatigue, and it maintains your energy throughout your weight training session. If you ever feel like you crash during your weight training session, this will help you keep everything coasting because you're quite literally fueling your body as you're also exerting energy. Now, you don't end up bloated, you don't end up full off of these carbs. It's like, think about when you drink an iced mocha from Starbucks. God forbid. You don't really get full on that, right? So these are actual carbs that are good for you. They're not sugar-based carbs that will help you during your weight training session, and they're not going to leave you full or uncomfortable by any means. Okay. It helps spare your muscle tissues by preventing your body from using muscle tissue for energy. It's going to use these carbs for energy instead. Okay. So a lot of people have a mind block around drinking carbs. My best friend, for example, yesterday, I sent her home with 2 baggies full of carbs from this Carb Pro because she can't get a pump during her workouts. She doesn't drink, she doesn't have carbs before her in her pre-workout meal. And I keep telling her, you need to have these carbs. So I sent her home with 2 baggies just to try it because you will feel a difference a little bit. Okay, it might not be huge or it might be huge for you. I hear both ways. I know it's huge for me. I do this in every single one of my workouts. And I feel like it would be dumb not to. If I'm in a growing phase and I want to grow a muscle, of course I'm going to drink carbs in that weight training session while I'm training that muscle so I can help grow that tissue. Okay. So this is my number one recommendation. I spelled that so wrong for you to start utilizing for your build. And once you start this, you might not want to stop because that's how good they are. They are. I get so sad when my workout carbs get taken out. Okay. So for dosing, I recommend 20 to 50 grams of carbs per workout. If you have trouble hitting your carbs, this should be a non-negotiable. You should be running to go get this because you drink it, forget about it, your body absorbs it, you use it for energy, boom, it's taken care of right there. Okay. Um, as for other supplements, I didn't do a huge piece of so much worrying about supplements. But I definitely recommend everyone taking creatine unless, of course, a doctor told you otherwise, or you have medical reasons as to why you can't take creatine. Okay. And then glutamine. Glutamine is going to help with digestion. It helps with like the stomach lining. It also helps with recovery. So definitely recommend taking glutamine 5 to 10 grams. If you are extra sore, probably in these first 2 weeks of this training program, take 10 grams, which is going to be 2 scoops. And you can even take your creatine glutamine with your Carb Pro here. I take them all together, and my muscles are happy during my workout. Okay. I will send you guys the links for the Carb Pro. I also love Carbolin. That is like my first love. It also comes in a flavored or unflavored. So if you have BCAAs you want to utilize during your workout, you can mix your BCAAs, your carbs, creatine, glutamine all together and have a great time with that. Okay. I'll be including those links at the end and also in Trainerize, so everyone has them. Okay, what to expect in these 8 weeks. Also, again, if you have any questions, leave them in the chat and I will go back and answer them. Okay, what to expect in these next 8 weeks. So, like I said, we are building your dream body. Okay, we're making moves to get you building that muscle mass. Soreness is going to be the first one. You are probably going to feel sore anytime you start a new training program. Soreness is pretty much expected. It's new movements and such. It should go down by the second week. Okay. You should be getting stronger in the second and third weeks of your training program, meaning, oh, I did 135 for hip thrust last week. Guess what? This week we're going to go 180 pounds or 150 pounds because it's just feeling good. So you should aim to get a little bit stronger in that. Your body fat should come down. Okay, a lot of times in build phases, for some, especially those looking to maintain, body fat will come down slightly. Slightly for some, more for others. It really just depends genetically and what your calories are doing, how adherent you are to your macros, and how hard you're pushing yourself in the gym. Okay. A harder body composition. This is something pretty much everyone should feel. Your thighs should feel more dense. They should feel hard. Your booty, maybe it feels tight. Okay. If your husband like grazes your leg, he might say, honey, like your leg, it's solid. Like, yeah, that's all me. I did that. So harder body composition if you are pushing yourself in the gym. Okay. Hopefully, you are having mental freedom from the scale weight in 8 weeks or in the next few weeks. Okay. I want you guys on the scale maybe 3 days a week maximum. We don't need to be checking our scale weight every day. We're not looking for it to go down. If you have more carbs one day and your sleep was shitty, guess what? Your scale weight's going to be up. That's okay. That's what happens in your body. Okay. So 3 times a week would be great. Include that in your check-ins, what those fluctuations are. And that is just pure data. It's pure data to see where we are on the scale. What's a better measurement is going to be, how are your clothes fitting? Are they getting a little bit tight, but maybe you like your booty in the mirror, the legs feel good, like all that kind of feedback versus just relying on the scale. Okay. And then for some of you, getting comfortable with doing less cardio and integrating more weight training. Okay, I have a lot of cardio queens, a lot of girls who like to run like 5 to 8 miles a day. I'm like, what? What is that like? Um, which is awesome. High five. But in this process to give it the best shot you got, okay, 8 weeks, we need to get more comfortable with more weight training. Use that running capability to get in another weight training day or push yourself harder in the gym. Okay. So that's what to expect. As for goal setting, this is where it gets fun. I'm so excited. Okay. We are going to set 3 lifts. You are going to set 3 lifts over the next 8 weeks on areas you'd like to build. That didn't make sense. We're going to set and track 3 different lifts over the next 8 weeks that focus on areas you'd like to build. So we're going to go into my goals here. Okay. Hi, this is me. This 4 years between these photos, okay? Um, my goal is to grow in my quads, my glutes, and get better mind muscle connection to my back. So I have 3 movements that I want to get better in and progress in. Okay, that's going to be my hack squats. I want to do a seated neutral grip row and Bulgarian lunges. For you guys, we are goal setting sheet, which I will throw also in the Trainerize chat. So let's look at this. Here we are. Setting your weight training goals. Okay, if you have a pen and a paper, that would be fantastic. Or if you have really good mental remembering capabilities, that's even better. So, what is your driving force? What is our goal? Are you interested in competing one day on stage? Are you wanting to grow booty cheeks? I think almost everyone said they wanted a lifted, tighter booty, glutes. I'm with you on that. You want to just build muscle overall. What's your goal? It's very important in this phase. Okay, we want to set 3 lifts and focus on the areas you'd like to build. We're going to track these lifts and make sure we're progressing in weight or your form is progressing a little bit more. Maybe you're getting deeper in a lunge. Did you add weight to your lunge? That sort of thing. So you're going to select 3 lifts out of these here. Okay, can everyone see them? We've got RDLs, hip thrusts, hack squats, barbell squats, sumo squats, Bulgarian lunges, shoulder press, flat pull down, lateral raise, and seated grip neutral row. All of these, with the exception of the barbell squat, are on your Trainerize program. Think about somewhere you want to build. Okay, glutes. Everyone, I think every single one said glutes. Give me at least 1 lower body movement, 1 upper body, and 1 more other movement out of that you want to build. So again, for me, I want to build my quads, right? Hack squat, directly going to build quads. I also want to build glutes. So Bulgarian lunges, I also selected to progress on those. My 3rd one, which is going to be my upper body movement, is going to be my neutral grip cable row. So I want you to pick 3 movements for you that you want to build on. Okay. RDLs, I'll go through Romanian deadlifts. That's going to help build your hamstrings and your glutes. Okay. Hip thrusts, obviously your booty cheeks. Hack squats, that's mainly quads. Barbell squats is also going to be quads. If you don't have access to a hack squat, I'm going to want you to do barbell squats in your Trainerize program. Okay, so that's why barbell squats are listed. Sumo squats for glutes as well. Bulgarian lunges could be for quads or for glutes. Shoulder press, obviously the shoulders. The lat pull down, lateral raise also for shoulders, and seated neutral grip. Okay, so walking you through with these, you're going to track them weekly in your program. They're already set in your program. Okay, you're going to do them, but you're going to keep an extra eye on them. If you have hip thrust down, you're going to say, oh shit, last week I did 180. I guess this week, like, I really want to build my glutes and I'm going to submit a video this week. We're going to get to 215 today. Okay, so we're going to try and progress your 3 movements each week. Now, not every week is going to be a strength PR week. Okay, I'm going to be the first one to tell you. Not every week you're going to be hip thrusting 400 pounds. It's just not realistic. So whether you're getting more weight on the bar or better form, okay, are your hips coming all the way up in a hip thrust? Great. Are you getting more reps at the same weight? Great. These are all forms of progression that we're looking for. Are you getting better mind muscle connection to your glutes? Oh my God, amazing. I couldn't ask for anything better. So you're going to track the 3 movements that you pick weekly in your Trainerize program as you're doing. But in each check-in, you're going to provide me your weights, reps, and a video of each of these 3 movements. Okay. Again, your weights, your reps, and a recent video of the 3. Every time I ask for a video, people get a little scared. They get a little nervous because some people have never recorded themselves in a gym. I don't know if you guys feel that way. I mean, you could hands up if you've ever like never recorded yourself in a gym. It's not as scary as you think. Okay. So you're going to take your shaker cup and your phone, you're going to prop it up right next to your hip thrust station, for example. But I want to see your body. I don't care. I don't want to see the bumper plates. I want to see your body. So it's going to be angled a little bit behind you. And you're going to press play, you're going to lift, and then you're going to stop it. And that's it. It doesn't have to be extravagant setup of a tripod or flagging someone down to record you. I'm not going to do that. So you can totally set up your phone the best you can, record it, and we'll make something out of it. Okay. This is where a lot of your progress is going to be made. It's going to be made in the gym, right? We're eating, maintenance, maybe a little bit above, and you want to build these areas. We need to monitor your progress in them. Okay. It can't just be willy-nilly. And this is where the personal trainer in me jumps out, because I want to see your numbers. I want to see your form. Are you pushing yourself? That might be too easy. And a lot of you are probably going to say, or you're going to hear me say, we need to add more weight to that because that is moving way too easy. Okay. So it's little things like that that are going to help us in this process. Can you guys tell me in the chat what your 3 are? Please, I want to know. Let me know. Like I said, in mine, I've got my Bulgarians, my hack squat, and my neutral grip row. Okay, ideally it would be 1 lower, 1 upper body, and then 1 upper or lower. Oh, let me see the chat. Perfect. Okay. Stephanie asks, what is good for the back fat? Bra area, hip thrust, hack squat, and then 1. I would say, just like mine, the seated neutral grip cable row, that is going to directly be like your mid back. Those are your, that's what you're working. So Stephanie, that seated neutral grip cable row, I know it's a mouthful. Kimberly said RDL lat pull down hip thrust. Beautiful. RDL's hip thrust lat pull down. Great, Lisa. Awesome. Awesome. Row hip thrust Bulgarian. Perfect. That sounds great. Very nice. Okay. Awesome. So make sure you have that. And then mentally, when you go into these lifts, I want you thinking about this, that you've set this goal. Okay. And then I also want you to message me in Trainerize when this call is done, your 3 lifts, because I'm going to put them in your profile. And I'm going to say, hey, where's that video of that hip thrust? Okay. Because I want you to be held accountable. We're not just going to like say it out loud and then never talk about it again. Okay. Okay, let's do it. We are going to continue on. If she goes, there she goes. Okay. Those. Next one, your habits to work on. Okay. Some of you, all of you will have habits in your Trainerized program. Things like your water goal. Okay. Your individual water goal. Absolutely. Your steps and cardio should be given to you as well, as long as you have a step tracker. Some of you have cardio, some of you do not, you know, special cases. Again, it depends on where you're at and where we're going. Okay. Other things, decrease scale weighing 2 to 3 times a week. If you can do less than that, perfect. We want to rely on like, how are our clothes feeling Obviously, don't put on your tightest leggings right now. That's not the time and place for that. Um, but make sure you're feeling good and comfortable in what you're wearing too. Okay. Decrease your scale weight. Tracking food. This is going to be a huge one because people are pretty shook when they start tracking their food and they're eating 1,300 calories versus like 1,800 calories that they thought they were eating. A lot of women undereat a lot. So eat your food, your clean food, and your body will just look completely different. Your strength will go through the roof, the whole thing. Okay. Your habits also weight training a minimum of 3 times a week. In this program, I'm going to recommend at least 4 days a week. Okay. Minimum is the bottom. 4 times is great. We want to utilize those calories for muscle building. Okay. But also, that doesn't mean 6 days a week is fantastic either. Okay. It really depends on the person. A lot of people don't need to train 6 days a week. That would be too much. You're not going to recover enough. Um, so there's a Goldilocks between 4 and 5 days a week of training that we kind of want to be in. Okay. Depending on who you are, genetics, and where we're trying to go. Taking creatine and glutamine daily. This should be for everyone. I do have some recommendations for creatine and glutamine. As long as it's creatine monohydrate, you're great. Okay. But I'll be sure to link those as well. Steps and cardio, as I said, everyone has their own individual given. And then recovery. Recovery is so important. A habit that should be in place is some sort of recovery daily. And if you've never taken the time to do it and you're always like, oh, I should do that, this is the time you should do that. Okay. Because we're working on building muscle. So the more area, let's say you're stretching after your workout, the more you can stretch that fascia, the more room your muscle will have to build. Okay. It's not going to get clogged up and you're not going to get locked up in your muscles, in your joints, if you're stretching after your workout. Okay. And when I mean fascia, fascia covers every muscle of the body. It's just like that overlay, it's like a white overlay over your muscle. And when that gets tight and bound up from you like training really hard, she don't want to give. Your muscle can't recover properly because it's bound up. Okay. When you stretch, think about stretching your quads, your glutes, foam rolling, it works out that fascia so it's malleable. And the more stretchy we can get it, the more room we can kind of fit into it, the more your muscle can build and grow. So we need to give her the opportunity to just grow, okay, by stretching post workout. And I'm sure you will see I do have some stretches listed post workout. And I tell you, take 2 minutes, give me 2 minutes to hit these stretches. And you will be so glad you did. Okay. If you go longer than 2 minutes, high five. High five. Okay. And now I want to touch on how hard are you actually training? Because we're going to do all this. We're going to eat these calories, right? No one's eating a crazy amount of calories. Okay. But we're going to eat with the intention to build muscle. The other side of it is training hard. Most people do not push themselves in the gym. However, you guys are not most people. We are in a building phase, right? You guys have already undergone your own transformations. Some of these photos, I'm like, you guys look amazing already. This is going to take us to the next level. Now we need to push ourselves in our training. Okay. So how we can do that? There is an RPE scale. If has anyone ever heard of that? RPE, maybe. Yeah, we're a little bit seasoned lifters in here. So, an easy way I like to say basically is 0 means there's no effort at all. 10 means, oh my God, that was max effort. Kind of like when you rated the workout today. Okay. Where are you within that every single training session? Um, Asking yourself how difficult was that on a scale of 0 to 10 is very important because if it's more of a like 4 or 5, it's moderate. um you didn't push yourself hard enough. It needs to be more of a 4 to 5. Okay. And the training program is there to give you the outline, but you are accountable to yourself to actually push yourself to where you need to be. Okay, the workouts are there, right? It's a hip thrust. But what do we do in that hip thrust? We're going to increase our weights every single set. Are we holding at the top? It's up to you to make those decisions of like, oh, I could have went for 5 more reps, but I stopped at 12 because the training program said 12. That was not, we are not training hard enough. Okay, if you can get 5 extra reps, awesome. Go for 5 extra reps. And then we're adding weight onto the next set. That sort of thing. Okay, so if it's not hard, we need to make it more challenging for you. If it's easy for you to talk immediately after you train, you likely are not pushing yourself hard enough. With the exception of Venus girls, because they could leg press 600 pounds and then go in a conversation. I'm like, how are you alive right now? How are we talking? Um, so some people can just go exert very hard, but a lot of people should not be able to carry on a conversation during or immediately after a lift. Okay. And then number 3, muscle fatigue. So are you feeling your muscle working? Are you feeling the muscle you're targeting? It's a sign, if you are feeling them, that you are challenging those muscles. How do we grow muscle? We have to challenge it. Once your muscles start burning, go for 5 more reps. This is how you know you're actually training hard. Okay. This is what I tell my in person clients. Are you burning yet? No, we're at 15 reps. Awesome. Keep going. Maybe you get 25 reps. That gives us a good set of, okay, we definitely need to add more weight to this next one. So we don't need to go to 25 reps. I will tell you, there's nothing wrong with going to 25 reps. However, I don't want to go to 25 reps. If it's between going to 15 and 25, I'm going to go a little bit more weight so I can get to 15 reps and go hard AF versus 25 reps hard AF. Okay, you choose your hard. Um, but make sure we are working in this like very hard exertion 6 to 7 RPE. Okay, not every training session, I will tell you, is going to be fantastic, amazing training session. We all have those crappy training sessions. Um, and that's okay. It's not forever. It's not every single training session. We take each one with it is. We're not going to progress every training session either. Like I said, we're not going to increase our hip thrust by like 100 pounds every single week. No one's hip thrusting 800 pounds. Like we don't need to do that. So we need to focus on what it feels like in the moment when we are weight training. What do we have to give during that session? But also pushing yourself and making it hard. Okay. More reps, more weight, better range of motion and such in your training. Okay. I hope that all made sense. But once your muscles start burning, 5 more reps. Okay. Hear my voice when you're training. So for your check-in dates, we're nearing the end. 4 check-ins. Okay, your first check-in is next Saturday, July 27th. Your second one, August 10th. Your third, August 31st. Your last is the 7th. These are on Saturdays. It will not be the end of the world if you check in on a Sunday or a Friday. You will have system reminders. So you will get messages saying, hey, you need to check in. Okay. If you don't check in, I'm going to come looking for you. So just do your best, check in. In these check-ins, you'll provide your pictures, just like your initial, your body measurements, okay, with your measuring tape, your big 3 goal lifts videos for that week. So you don't necessarily need to take videos of your lifts every week. On check-in weeks, though, I do want you to take those videos, okay? If you want to take videos and you're not sure if your form's great, send a video to me and I will tell you what you need to work on. Okay. If you need to get lower, decrease your weight, increase, whatever needs to happen. And then also, any feedback you have for me in your check in, let me know. Okay. And I think that is it. I feel like there might be a few different things, but we're going to be together for 8 weeks. I don't want to overwhelm you with too much. Um, but any burning questions for me, concerns, etc., let me know. Let me see. Sleep and eating are hard for me. Absolutely. Um, Sleep is such a big one. Okay. Recovery is huge in this process because if you're not recovering, you're not building muscle. Uh, my biggest recovery tips are going to be stretching post workout. Okay. Bedtime routine. If you know you suck at a bedtime, maybe we set an alarm of like, okay, bedtime's at 9:30, 10 p.m., 11 p.m., whatever it may be, so you can get 7 hours of sleep. Okay. Give me like 7 hours of sleep because in those 7 hours, you're not actually sleeping for 7 hours. But anytime between 6 and 7 hours should be minimum. Okay. Are those check-ins through the Trainerize app? Yes, they are. It will send you a little prompt saying, hey, you need to check in, and you will do that all through the Trainerize app. The little blue plus sign, you'll click that and it'll say body stats. That's where you check in for that. Okay. I work out at 4 a.m. I changed my pre workout meal to before that. Is that okay? Change my pre workout meal to before. Indira, did you mean you ate your pre workout meal before that or after? Inches or centimeters? Inches. Make sure we're measuring in inches. Centimeters are great, but I mean, you can do either or, honestly, whatever you want to stay consistent with, inches or centimeters. Obviously, centimeters, smaller increments of measure, you'll see more difference with that. Um, same measurement, but like different. Um, yes. So if you guys are on a meal plan and you have a pre-workout meal, do your best to do that. But if you work out at 4 a.m. like Miss Indira and you don't eat before your workout, don't eat before your workout. Okay. Um, yes. If you wake up that early, don't feel like eating, don't do it. It's not necessary. Just eat your next meal after your workout and go on from there. Anything for me? Did you guys write down your big three lifts? Okay, I can definitely help you with that. Lisa, Lisa's doing glute camp in the studio, which is twice a week glute sessions. So is Miss Stephanie awesome with Miss Glitter. That's going to be amazing while you're in this phase. Let me tell you, because those glute sessions are no joke. I got you, Lisa. I will help you out with that too. Okay. Um, doo, 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 doo. Any other questions for me? Everyone's tracking their macros today? Maybe. Or tracking their pictures in the app, depending on. Perfect. I totally just added what I thought from my leg day this morning. Gotcha. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I get you, Steph. Beautiful. Okay, ladies. Well, that's what I got for you today. 45 minutes. Woo! Lots to talk about. Awesome. I'm super excited for this program, especially with you guys already having such great results with the programs you've been through before, the diets you've been through. Um, this is just going to be that next level into where you want your physique to go. Okay. It's uncomfortable, of course, but we've got a great group of women who, again, you guys have all been through a transformation that was already uncomfortable. This is just another stepping block in making another transformation. And then in the diet phase, that's when you'll really see what your hard work put in. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, Missies. Well, let me know. I mean, if you have questions, I'll stick around for another minute or two. But other than that, we are Gucci Gang. Does anyone want to talk? Anyone want to talk to me? If not, I don't take it personal. Have a great day. You too, Steph. Awesome.